These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Craig McKay with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. In Phoenix, detectives are investigating after a body was found near 40th Street in McDowell. When officers were called to that area, they said the body of a man was near the canal and had obvious signs of trauma. Detectives have been speaking to neighbors and looking at surveillance video, but it's still an active investigation. If you happen to have any information at all about this case, you can call Phoenix Police or Silent Witness. An update from our ABC15 investigators. Arizona Attorney General Chris May is facing a setback in the accused fake electors case here. The state's Court of Appeals has actually turned down the option to hear an appeal. This stems from the indictment of more than a dozen people for allegedly trying to overturn the 2020 presidential election results in Arizona. Among the indicted, State Senator Jake Hoffman and Turning Point USA executive Tyler Bauer. In May, a lower court judge ruled the prosecutors had to take the case to a new grand jury. The judge said the original grand jury was not shown the full text of the Electoral Count Act. Mays now has the option here to petition the state Supreme Court or go back to a new grand jury. Those involved have denied any wrongdoing. An investigation is underway at Copper Basin K through 8. Pinal County deputies telling ABC15 an 8-year-old actually brought a loaded gun onto campus there at the school, was showing it off to friends even. Deputies were called to the school right around 1 p.m. on Monday. A school employee stepped in. Officials telling us the child never made any threats to students or staff. Deputies are now working with the Arizona Department of Child Safety and the county attorney's office on this case. Our ABC15 investigators using the power of public records laws to obtain superintendent contracts and salary data from 84 of Arizona's public school districts. During this 5-month project, the ABC15 investigators tallied up salaries, extra retirement account contributions, and other stipends and allowances for these top school administrators. In some cases, all the perks helped raise the superintendent's total compensation above the $300,000 mark. We also asked the state's top paid superintendent to weigh in.
We need to get back to having the level of respect that we need for public education, especially if we want students to grow up respecting that same system. Because if everything they see in the media and everything that surrounds them in culture is look down upon your school district, they don't deserve what they're getting.
So what's your superintendent worth, and why is there often so much secrecy around what they get paid? Don't miss the first part of our investigation on superintendent salaries, airing later tonight on ABC 15 News at 10. Today, the Valley comes together to celebrate the life of Preston Lord on what would have been his 18th birthday. He was killed nearly 2 years ago at a party in Queen Creek. There will be a remembrance and action event for the East Valley teen at the Stillery in downtown Chandler beginning at 5 o'clock. It's a twofold event, hearing from Chandler officials also on teen violence. All right, so if you're looking to save on electricity, today is your last chance for this opportunity. ABC 15's Jane Caffrey first told you hundreds, even thousands of dollars could be available because of a deal struck between SRP and APS back in 1928. And we're going back for this one. APS customers who live in the Salt River Reservoir District that's managed by SRP are eligible to get money back on yearly electricity costs. You can apply online or by email. Find all the details on ABC15.com. Just look for Jane's story. In consumer headlines, time is running out to get a big electric vehicle tax credit. Under President Trump's spending and tax package, the $7,500 federal tax credit for EV buyers ends October 1st. Industry insiders predict that losing the tax credit will likely cause a sharp drop in sales. But a Cox Automotive survey actually found most buyers who want an EV will still get one even without the credit. Automakers could also respond to the credit loss with discounts, cashback offers, or reduced production.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens. We've got another sunny and hot day ahead tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow looking a little bit hotter than today. 106 in the forecast here in Phoenix, well above the 30-year average, what's considered normal. That would be 98 degrees for this time of year. Instead, this sizzling 106 in the forecast, early morning temperatures in the low 80s with high pressure sitting right to our south here. That's what's bringing the heat through the middle of this week. We do, though, still have a storm system offshore, and as this comes in, we've got a big drop in temperatures, some breezes picking up, and chances for showers and thunderstorms in the forecast as we wrap up the week and head into the weekend. So here's what it looks like on your 7-day. We'll start a slight chance of isolated storms on Thursday evening. Ramp up that chance into Friday to 50%. Continue that 50% chance Friday afternoon and evening. A high of just 94 degrees. And storm chances continuing over the weekend, too, with low 90s in the forecast and overnight lows in the 70s.